course,
So essentially,
there's huge potential for Pinot Noir from New Zealand that hasn't been realised. And I think that once there's a little bit more maturity in the winemakers and the properties and the vines and those sorts of things, that we'll see more and more interesting wines coming out. I think they've got a great base level, and I just hope that New Zealand as a whole can embrace the next step and get things a little bit more serious. I think that they're often fruit-driven, they're dark fruited, kind of almost dense wines. They don't have enough acidity often, and they don't have enough structure for sure. And you'll never make a serious wine that's going to last forever without those two things. So, very much so, I embrace traditional winemaking here. As I said before, they're all natural ferment, judged by hand and foot. They're bottled without.
By hand and foot.
So we do all the pigeage by hand. All the
so in your barrel, in your single barrel.
In our small fermenters.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we jump around in there, because I don't believe in using mechanical plungers and things like that, because you can't feel what's happening in the wine. You can't feel you don't get any feedback from whether it's strongly fermenting or weakly fermenting. You just push a button and down it goes. So it's a big production for us, Pinot Noir. We make about total probably 15,000 cases of Pinot Noir as a producer. Some Momo, some Lear, and then all these sort of small ones as well. And I make every wine the same in terms of winemaking technique, whether it's Sun and Moon or Momo, or the two ends of our extreme. I just believe in the style of making that wine, and the differences in the wine are purely fruit, and occasionally a bit more oak in the more premium wine. But really, it's just all about fruit and what we're trying to grow for. So we sort of identified the best areas of the vineyard. We're never quite there, and we go at different levels and different crop levels for different levels of wine, of course. So Lear, the first wine, is that's our sort of, I suppose, junior wine. It's named after Michael's daughter. That's the one that we make most of for the Seresin label. That's the one that hopefully gets people an introduction into Seresin. We then make Rachel, which is named after Michael's mother. And that's what we like to consider literally sort of the matriarchal wine, but the real wine that tells you a story about Seresin's vintage. So that's a blended wine that I have all my barrels open to put in there if I want to choose a story, to tell the story. And then I make all the little 3 single vineyards that we have, and then this super premium Sun and Moon as well, which is in my eyes, our Grand Cru. It's the top of my hill. I can tell you about it later, but that's our top special bit, the best clones. We'll try those after these. And that's what I think is going to define us, those sorts of wines. So I'm trying to make structural Pinots and wines based around acidity as well, and less fruit power, and just wines that tell the story of the place. So I think that if you're serious about Pinot, then you can't throw it all together in one tank and make one wine, because every barrel has a story.
Sure. Well, certainly that's the Burgundy.
Yeah, and I'd like to be that kind of guy in New Zealand that does that. To me that excites me. Burgundy excites me more than anywhere. So, so I'm not again trying to copy Burgundy. I don't consider my wines to be stylistically the same as Burgundy. They're New Zealand wines. I think they have a leaning towards the old world, but they're just New Zealand versions of hopefully interesting Pinot. Certainly, I'm not the judge of that. That's everybody else and you guys. But it's a big focus for us, and we truly believe that the Pinot Noir is the wine that's going to set our standard and define us as a company for the long term, and we've got a long way to go.